All right, NFC East. Cowboys 9.5 wins.
Yeah, over, dude. Actually, I bet the Cowboys to actually represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Yeah. A lot of faith in the big guy this year, taking over play calling. You know why? I'm really excited for Kellen Moore with the Chargers, even though I think he might be shit, just because he's going to allow Justin Herbert to actually push the ball down the field, whereas Joe Lombardi treated Justin Herbert like fucking Drew Brees when his arm was falling off. I'm really excited, though, for the big guy to take over play calling because I love Tony Pollard and as a fantasy owner in a dynasty league and just as a guy that is going to bet the Cowboys win total over and them to win that division as well. I want to run the ball with Tony Pollard, and there's no more Zeke. So you got Tony Pollard at the wide receiver position. I like CeeDee Lamb. I didn't think he was a number one wide receiver. He proved last year he could be. And then they bring in Brandon Cooks. So I know he had kind of a down year for Brandon Cooks last year, but he was playing for the Texans. Imagine trying to be motivated to go to work every day with that dumpster fire of a situation. And Lovie Smith is your head coach in the year 2022-23. And then they have, Michael Gallup, who really hasn't been very good since 2019, since he tore his ACL. But who knows? Now he's another year healthier, and now he's just wide receiver number 3. On the defensive side of the ball, love Micah Parsons, and he's playing for a contract. He wants to be on the field every down. They're going to play him as a traditional – well, actually, they're going to play him as an outside linebacker. I like him more as just a defensive end rushing the quarterback. But I like Dan Quinn. He's trying to get a head coaching gig. And then I thought the Stephon Gilmore pickup was really nice. He had a pretty solid year. I don't think he's washed yet. I like Diggs. Last year he wasn't gambling as much. I think the Cowboys win at least 10 games. Also, Dak's going to be
tough, though, Horvath. Schedule's tough.
No, the schedule's real tough, but I think Dak's going to be pissed off and motivated, especially after his season ended like in an embarrassing fashion once again for the third.
How about McCarthy-Rodgers Part 2, Week 2 of the season?
McCarthy's going to get him this time.
Oh, God. What a game that's going to be.
All these games. I want to, all over the place, dude. Like Week 1, Bills, Jets. Week 1, Dolphins, Chargers. Herbert versus Tua. Like, let's fucking go. Let's fast forward. I hate baseball so much. Golf.
I cannot do a Packers post-game show Week 2. They play the Atlanta Falcons at noon. I got to watch Jets Cowboys, man.
Yeah.
Shit. Who's going to want to watch this beautiful face when it's Rodgers McCarthy reunited?
Just do a full NFL recap show, with highlights, like the George Michael Sports Machine.
Should I from my basement?
That'd be fucking dope, wouldn't it? It'd be like, Wayne's World did it from his basement. Wayne did. Wayne Campbell.
True. George Michael, R.I.P.
Ended up pulling Cassandra, too. Oh, dream weaver, I believe you could get me through the night. All right, let's go. Oh, yeah. Cowboys, though. You're not with me on the Cowboys?
I think the schedule's hard, but I could do 9.5, but it'd be like 10. Somebody in this NFC's got to win some games. Eagles are over under 10.5. Anytime it gets to the double digits, it gets tricky because these teams either win 10 or they're going to win 13. That's what happens when a team is 10.5 over under.
What's weird about that too is they have the easiest schedule. They're only dogs a couple times. The Chiefs are favored in every single game. Man, I'm going to say over on the Eagles, but I think the Cowboys win the division.
I think you have to.
I feel like there might be a little Super Bowl hangover. Also, I see everybody has Jalen Hurts rated as their number 2 quarterback in the league. I'm just not ready to go there right now because his rookie year, there was a whole side of the field.
I put him above Dak.
Me too. He was awesome last year, but I'm just saying, it's another, we've seen, I'm not comparing him to Colin Kaepernick, but, Kaepernick looked like he was going to own the league and then they figured him out. But Jalen's awesome. Don't get me wrong. I can't go number 2 in the league. I'd probably take Herbert. I know I would take Burrow and Herbert over him. And I'd still take Lamar over him. I know Lamar's been hurt the last 2 years, but fucking people forget Lamar won an MVP with you and me at wide receiver. And now this year he's got OBJ, who, probably be healthy for 3 weeks, but whatever. I'm going to go over on the Eagles too. I think both the Cowboys and the Eagles, probably win 11, 12 games.
I'm in Wayne's World now. I put my franchise quarterbacks. Mahomes is one because every team would trade their quarterback for Mahomes. And then what I look at for the next, like who the franchise quarterbacks are, I decide, will that team trade for somebody else? Burrow, Herbert, Jackson, Hurts, Josh Allen, and I put Trevor Lawrence in there. I don't think the Jaguars trade Trevor Lawrence for any of those guys. But the Cowboys, would they trade Dak for Trevor Lawrence?
Yes.
Would they trade Dak for Jalen Hurts?
No, I'd probably not.
I think they might.
I did my quarterback list the other day. I go Mahomes number 1, Burrow number 2, Herbert number 3, Hurts number 4, Josh Allen number 5, Aaron Rodgers number 6, Trevor Lawrence number 7, Lamar number 8, Deshaun number 9, Dak number 10, Kyler number 11, Tua number 12, Geno Smith 13, Russell Wilson 14, Matthew Stafford 15, Kirk Cousins 16, Derek Carr 17, Jared Goff 18, Justin Fields 19, Daniel Jones 20, Kenny Pickett 21, Bryce Young 22, Brock Purdy 23, CJ Stroud 24, Jordan Love 25, Jimmy G 26, Mac Jones 27, Anthony Richardson 28, Ryan Tannehill 29, Sam Howell 30, Baker Mayfield 31, Desmond Ridder 32. What did you have an issue with? Do you think that's too low for Jordan Love 25? I got him over Jimmy G and Mac Jones.
I think Kyler is not a top. He's not top 11.
See, here's my hot take. Kyler played for that douchebag Cliff Kingsbury the last couple of years. And 2 years ago, first 8 weeks of the season, he was going to be the MVP of the league till he ran into the buzzsaw that was the Green Bay Packers. And he got hurt. Like when he's not hurt, though, dude, Kyler does things every week that you've like never seen ever. I think
in
the right
he runs 87 yards for a 2-yard sack. I've never seen that before.
I mean, I'm probably too high on I mean, Deshaun Watson could be the 9th best quarterback in the league, or he could be number 2.
Well, last year he didn't look anything like what he used to. He was awful.
But he didn't play football for a couple of years, man. His mechanics were shit. I think he's going to have a monster year, though. I hate to say it.
Giants are 8.5.
Under. I'm going under. And I love them. That was my best bet. Everybody gave me shit last year because I went over. I love Brian Daboll. But, dude, like Saquon doesn't want to be there. I still don't really love the wide receiver room, to be honest with you. They got better, but in that division, I think the Cowboys are going to be really good. I think the Eagles are going to be really good. And I think the Commanders might be sneaky good. But I just think, like, now that Daniel Jones got paid, he might blow. And I hear guys like Tiki Barber say that he's going to have a better year than Aaron Rodgers. Anybody that wants to bet that.
Tiki Barber is getting a new job.
I saw that. What if they called you? Would you take that job?
I don't know. Did I have to move to New York?
What's with all these networks wanting these old dudes? No offense to Carton, he's a legend in the game, but are you gonna be watching the what is he gonna be even doing? Doesn't he already have his own show?
Who, Carton?
Yeah,
he does. He's been double duty. He's got a show on FS1 first thing in the morning.
I watched that because my guy Cody Decker's on it, of course.
Yeah, the show is fine, entertaining, but it's not like I have to watch Carton. If somehow it's on, like if I'm watching congressional baseball the night before and then FS1's still on, I'll watch Carton, but I'm not waking up to watch it like I do. I set my alarm to my guy Skip. What's he gonna do? Would you take that job, Skip's partner?
Would I? Yeah. Because I live for that shit. You know what I mean? I would love to debate with his bitch ass every single day. Because I would love that because I've never worked with anybody that has to be the ridiculous take guy. Every once in a while, we'll have a take where we disagree, but you're not coming on here LeBron James sucks. You know what I mean? That's the thing. JJ Redick, everybody blows JJ Redick. And all he does is just go on there and be like, no, you guys are crazy. Kevin Durant isn't washed up.
The JJ, that shtick works once. You can't do that. You can't have Russo and Stephen A. You know what you're getting. And then you can't have JJ just to be there and be like, worst episode ever.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
let the guys, let them, this is what, sometimes, and then Jay Williams, whenever he's on, I watch some of this shit now that I don't know if I'm working or not. I don't know what my life is. But he's always like, it always looks like every time Stephen A. Smith disagrees with Jay Williams wants to cry.
Yeah. I mean, wouldn't you?
First take breakdown here on the Fan.
Yeah. Great show, though.
Yeah, I got to take the Giants under because if I'm going to, the Cowboys, that's the thing with the division. The Giants, I think we had our little Daniel Jones fun time.
Yeah, man. I mean, we're the biggest Daniel Jones fans out there.
We are, and you ranked him 20th.
No, I didn't. Did I?
Yeah, I was waiting to hear DJ's name.
Yeah, 20th.
Yeah.
I mean, but when you think about it, dude, like, because I'm not putting Desmond Ridder or Baker Mayfield or Sam Howell, and Tannehill's old, and Anthony, yeah, I mean, I don't, I don't. Justin Fields is probably too high on this list.
Where'd you put him?
19.
Yeah, but he could be. Like, I thought Pickett was a little low. I think he's good.
See, like, the way that I'm rating this, though, is like if you told me if I'm the GM or if I'm a fan of a team, who I would want from like 1 to.
Would you take Karl Anthony Towns or Eric Spoelstra?
I would take Karl Anthony Towns.
All Imig does every week that he's on is, and we like back him into a corner, but he just like talks about how much he loves Eric Spoelstra. He would take him over there's like 6 players he'd take before Spoelstra.
Hey, people forget that Eric Spoelstra has lost 3 straight final series.
People forget that Eric Spoelstra finished the season with a 2-7 record.
Wait, what players would he take over Spoelstra, though?
Like the MVPs.
Like
he would
Giannis?
take if he was in a draft and it got to pick number 10.
Yeah,
he'd probably take Spoelstra. Yeah, the guy loves Spoelstra. What can I say? Good looking man. Got that nice smile. Got that nice. Spoelstra's got one of the best. Like, you've got to be fucking kidding me smiles in the game.
Like, he's great, but I would rather have a superstar player. Like, I would rather have, Giannis.
I'd rather have Myers Leonard. I'd rather have a player.
Yeah. Do you think if Spoelstra coached the Bucks this year, they would have won the finals?
Yeah.
Me too. No, I don't actually. I mean, well, does it go down the same way? So Giannis is hurt?
If Bud was the coach of the Heat, then
well, they're not going to the finals.
He'd be like, Tyler Hero's hurt. I'm just gonna give Duncan Robinson 45 minutes.
Poor Bud.
Kyle Lowry'd be like, I can contribute. Kevin Love, I can play.
Yeah. Spo probably would have took the Bud.
Bud probably would have played Udonis Haslem 20 minutes against us if he was the coach of the Heat. Commanders 7.5 over under.
Over. I'm going over on the Commanders. I like Sam.
Because you're in the DMV.
No, I hate the DMV. I do like Sam Howell though. I liked him in North Carolina, dude. 4 years ago, he was like, people thought he was going to be a first-round pick. I thought that was a steal. I know he's small, but he looked pretty good. He's going to be the best quarterback that Terry McLaurin's played with. Terry McLaurin's really good. I like their skill position players. Dotson. I like their running backs. Brian Robinson, Gibson. And then on the defensive side of the ball, Chase Young hasn't been healthy since his rookie year, but he was really good as a rookie. And now it's a prove-it-year deal where he wants to get paid, so he'll probably blow up, sweat. I like what they did in the draft. Yeah, I think the Commanders go over. I think they'll have a really good defense again, and I think the offense will be better with Sam Howell. And if he's not the answer, they have Jacoby Brissett, who I don't like, but he's serviceable enough to win you a couple games. So I'm going to go over on the Commanders. I'm actually kind of excited for them this year.
Let's look at I guess I'm going over too.